Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Any word on what this one is about? It's going to be at the Gracie Mansion. He's moving into the mansion. Perhaps it's going to relate to him moving from his Queens apartment to his mansion. That's kind of what my hunch would be. That's kind of funny, him moving into this mansion, because, like, you know, he probably, when campaigning, was like, I'm just going to live in my little apartment and whatever. Now he's moving into, like, this super hot mansion. I mean, granted, look, I would do the same thing. He should do it, obviously, if you want, for your family, you know, stay safe. Like, obviously, you should be in a mansion. I mean, he's a huge political figure. It's just funny. All right, so let's see. Here's kind of a glimpse. What's up, Just Aaron? To be honest, I gotta be ready for when this starts, but let's see. Feels potential to me that this could be like a no fest, but I don't know. Doesn't sound like there's any like specific thing necessarily that. So it might just size up a little bit on some no's. He was at a nurse protest earlier today. Yeah, he was. He actually gave an announcement just a few hours ago, and nurse was at like 80%. I don't think he ended up saying nurse, surprisingly. PMT, that's not the way to spell it, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I might just size up into some no's, to be honest. Okay, he's coming out now. Gotta be ready to pull. Okay. Looks like he's coming out right now. Gotta pull my bids. Here he is. Is it live on this one too?
I'll wait for you guys.
You guys can hear that.
Don't
right?
mind the garden.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, Rama and I feel lucky to participate in a ritual that so many New Yorkers have experienced at various meaningful moments in their lives, beginning a new chapter by moving to a different part of the city that we call home. We are so grateful to all of those who have already welcomed us to the Upper East Side, and I'm delighted to be back in the borough where I grew up,
Damn.
within walking distance of many of the museums that I went to as a teenager in this city.
Did you
Most of all,
home?
however, we are humbled to be the latest tenants of the People's House, Gracie Mansion. This is a remarkable home with a remarkable history of belonging to the people of this incredible city.
It's
Gracie has lived many lives. This property has hosted ice cream and concession stands, public restrooms for visitors,
Ice cream?
East River Park,
Oh
museum
my
for the public
gosh.
run by the Parks Department, English language classes for
That
immigrants,
is so
community
funny.
sewing and carpentry workshops, and storage for the Parks Department.
No way.
And that legacy is not one that should be relegated to the past. I want Gracie to continue to belong to the people, to be
Oh my
accessible
gosh.
to
I
the people,
lose
and to
on
be
ice
shaped
no because he
by the
says
people.
ice cream.
And while there is no security deposit being put down today, Rama and I intend to strive each day to be the best possible custodians of this beautiful home, because we know that we are only its temporary occupants. That doesn't just mean a new coat of paint.
Insane.
It also means being intentional about how this historic property
What was this?
represents
home
the
at?
civic
Dang,
fabric
it was
of
down
the
to
city.
57.
Being thoughtful about how we steward this space and opening it up to New Yorkers who are not often the ones who get to visit such a place as this.
What a funny way to lose.
Above all, while I may be changing where I rest my head at the end of every evening, I will not be changing anything about how I interact with the incredible New Yorkers who call this city home. I will remain in the streets surrounded by the people I have the great privilege of serving. I will continue to take the subway, ride the bus, get on a city bike, and I will never close my ears to the concerns and the opinions of New Yorkers. So for the first time, but certainly not for the last, on behalf of the First Lady and I, welcome to Gracie Mansion. Thank you.
Okay, he's taking questions.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello.
I'm Monica. I'm representing Round Radio, Polish American.
Yes, it's good to see you. You're at the McGinnis Boulevard redesign.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Mr. Mayor, Mayor Adams hosted Polish Heritage Night here. Will you continue this tradition?
I have to be honest with you, we haven't yet made decisions about which nights we're going to continue to host and what events will be here, but I can commit to you that this will be a place that New Yorkers will be able to see themselves, not just on TV.
I have one of them, too.
Okay, we'll start with first. Yeah, Eliza, go ahead.
Just gonna ask, I know you grew up like across the park. If you could tell me a little bit about your relationship with New York as a kid, museums, doctors, friends, therapists, like what's the Upper East Side?
The Upper East Side, to me, a lot of museum visits, many a time. It's also been where a number of my friends, especially actually after I graduated college, there were a number of friends who lived on the Upper East Side, not too far from here. And also when I trained very slowly for the marathon, I would also run or jog around the Upper East Side.
Hi, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. I wanted to ask you, what do you plan to change inside? Is there anything that Mayor Adams left that you wanted to change in particular? And are you worried at all about the ghosts that the previous mayor had?
A lot of people keep talking about the ghost. I haven't yet met the ghost or heard from the ghost. One thing that we will change is we will be installing a few bidets into Gracie Mansion.
Bidets.
That's an aspirational hope. We'll see if we can actually get it done.
Yeah, hi, Mayor Adams said earlier today he left you a note. Have you found it yet?
No. Did he say where he left it?
No, I wish I
guess.
could tell you.
I'll go looking for it. I haven't seen the note. In Gracie Mansion?
He said inside, yes.
Cool.
And then I know you've talked about getting a cat.
Yeah.
Are you?
Cat?
I am currently getting my allergy shots so that I can fight off my allergy to cats. And that's the hope.
Yeah, Morgan. Hi, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, Morgan, how's it going?
Good. Just trying to get details on when exactly are you like moved in now? Like, are you?
Safety, no, you think?
Today is moving day.
Today is moving
So
day.
tonight will be the first night that I sleep in Gracie Mansion.
And your favorite mayor, LaGuardia, he used to call this Gracie Farm. Have you thought about calling it something else besides Gracie Mansion?
But he's
Not a
moving
different
in
house.
for safety is what he
House.
said, so I feel like it could come up.
No, for now,
Like-
I'm going to keep calling it Gracie Mansion. But
That's
if I
the
have
only
any updates,
risk,
I'll let you know.
But I should have
Thank
hit
you.
some probably at 32.
Now that you're on the Upper East Side, where are you getting your bagels and lox?
Gotta be Bagel Shop.
Man, these are such
That's my pick for right now. I've been there a couple
questions,
times.
softball
It's pretty
questions.
great. If you have any additional recommendations, do let me know, though.
And then Andrew, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, when you refer to this as the People's House, how do you anticipate Gracie Mansion being available to the public? For example, Mayor Bloomberg didn't live here, but occasionally hosts functions here, but it's still not something that's particularly accessible or available to people in New York City. So have you thought about that at all in terms of how people can access this?
That's going to be one of the focuses as we move into this home, is how to make it more than a place that you can only visit on a particular event of one kind or the other. And I say that as a New Yorker who had been here for one such event, not too many years ago, and also as a legislator who came here for meetings. But I think it's, as you say, it's important that New Yorkers understand this is a place that they can also come to. So that'll be something that we'll be thinking about.
Hi, Mayor Mamdani.
How's it going, Katie?
I know that there's a staff that works at Gracie Mansion. Do you intend to keep the same staff, whether it's the chefs or the other people that work inside Gracie Mansion, I guess, for you and your wife?
Well, I can tell you that over these past 12 days, the incredible staff, especially of the Parks Department, have been hard at work in getting this home ready, and I have nothing but respect and admiration for them and the work that they've done.
Are you going to keep the same chef? Because I know Mayor Adams has had, obviously, claimed to eat a vegan diet. Will you have a particular dietary
Could be working
preferences,
people.
or will you keep the same chef?
No pork.
It's the same as Mayor Adams.
but actually, yeah.
I I assume you're not holding on to your Astoria one-bedroom. Can you talk a bit about you break the lease, you got your security deposit
So
back?
I can't quite hear you.
Break the lease on the Astoria one-bedroom? What's the status of that apartment?
My lease ends at the end of this month.
Any discussions of security deposit?
I'm sorry?
Any discussions of a security deposit return?
The security deposit is being put towards the final month.
We'll have a few minutes for off-topic questions as well. Yeah, Nick, go ahead.
Off topic.
How's it going? Congrats on the move. Who are you here with today? Okay.
Someone else next week.
Children take care, Step.
With the state of the state tomorrow
Yes.
and the governor's budget next week, can you give any insight into what your insight is right now on taxation? I know the government,
Taxation.
announcement, the governor said it will be for existing revenues, but do you have any sense of their openness on corporate taxes, for example?
I am looking forward to returning back to Albany tomorrow for the State of the State, and also to return back to another People's House in the Assembly, and also to visit the State Senate. And it's an opportunity for me to not only celebrate the partnership with the governor on starting to deliver universal child care here in New York City, but also a new kind of partnership between the city and the state, because for far too long that has been a relationship framed more by dysfunction than it has been by any kind of dedication to the same set of constituents. But I will have more to share tomorrow.
Dodgers.
Since you won't be serving pork, it will be my honor to be hosted in your kitchen. A two-part question.
Please.
Do you think that it's fair to criticize the timing of your Friday statement on that protest? Many had condemned it in the morning. It took a little while for you. And second, the Office to Combat Anti-Semitism, the current employee will probably leave at the end of the week. Do you plan to announce somebody who will replace him, or his office will be vacated for the time being?
That's one of the positions that we are looking to fill within our city government. And I think the most important thing for New Yorkers is to know that they have a mayor who is firmly committed in rooting out the scourge of anti-Semitism across the city. And that is a commitment that I've made, and one that I intend to fulfill and showcase not only through my words but also through my actions.
But just the criticism of the timing of your statement, you feel that it took you a while, or that's the standard that you feel it was your initial response?
I was asked a question earlier that afternoon, to which I said much of what I have said since, which is that language is wrong and it has no place here in our city, and there is no place for the support for a terrorist organization. And that is something that I will always share with New Yorkers. It is a part of my principles of politics, which is to actually stand up for the humanity of all people.
Okay, doesn't name Hamas. Interesting.
Hi, Annie.
Wow.
plan to take you to Albany tomorrow to help to push that agenda State of the State Day? And secondly, do you intend to speak with the governor or other lawmakers about free buses as part of that agenda? You guys got the child care announcement last week. What about part two?
I'm going to be speaking with legislative leaders and legislators, as well as the governor, about the entirety of our affordability agenda and the fiscal health of the city. And I'll be going up with a few members of my team. We're finalizing the exact specifics of who it will be, but we will, at the very latest, you'll see them tomorrow, but we may tell you in advance.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Mayor.
How's it going, sir?
Good, thank you. A pair of Staten Island churches saw acts of vandalism in recent weeks. Early reporting have indicated the individuals who committed those acts had some mental health issues. I just wanted to see if you would like to comment specifically on those acts of vandalism, if you've seen them, and if you could give us an update on what's going on with the Department of Community Safety.
I haven't seen them as yet, so I'll give you a comment once I have, but thank you for flagging that for me. That's something that my team and I will follow up on. And the Department of Community Safety continues to be a focus for us, and we've been holding interviews for high-level positions within it. And it is all a reflection of the fact that we need to create a means by which police officers can focus on policing, and that we can actually address the now more than 200,000 calls they receive on an annual basis tied to the mental health crisis. Thank you, boss.
Hi, Mr. Mayor.
Hi, Heather.
Welcome to the Upper East Side.
Thank you.
I recommend Madwa on 84th and York.
Can you say it one more time?
Madwa.
Madwa?
84th and York. $2 iced coffees.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
My question, there was a commercial building collapse in the Bronx just before this press conference started. Have you been briefed on that? Do you plan to head to that scene at all tonight?
I haven't been briefed on that, but I'm very thankful to have an incredible deputy mayor for operations, and that's exactly who I'll be in touch with right after this press conference.
Okay, last one right here. Me.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, do you envision any cooperation with DHS in any area like gang activity or terrorist activity? And also, would you say that the any action of DHS actually contributed to the safety of New York City for the last year? Thank you.
So I can tell you that my guiding principle is to follow the law. And the laws that we have here in New York City, especially our sanctuary city policies, they prohibit coordination with ICE agents, for example, if they want to enter into a city property without a judicial warrant signed by a judge. However, what it does permit is the coordination between city and federal government on around 170 crimes if someone has been convicted of that. And so I think that's an example to where the kind of coordination is permitted. The issue, however, is that what we see time and time again is the focus of ICE's activities and much of the federal government's as it pertains to immigration enforcement is more to do with people whose only crime is simply being here in New York City. And I've shared this directly with the president. I've also said it in public that I believe that these raids are cruel and inhumane, and they don't do anything actually to serve the interests of public safety.
Cooperate with DHS on some of the issues.
On those 170 serious crimes, yes, as by the law.
Do you think what they did for the last year contributed to the safety?
Look, I can tell you that as the mayor right now, so often the language of safety is used to justify the actions of immigration enforcement, and I haven't seen much of those actions creating that safety. What I've seen instead is a deep sense of anxiety for many New Yorkers as to whether they will be subject to some of the kinds of actions we've seen both here in this city and across the country. Thank you all so much.
Mayor, if the
Thank you, guys.
doesn't mention anything about free buses, will you feel disappointed?
Oh, fuck. Gotta put limits up. Oh, they responded it. Are people debating this trick? What the hell? People kept relisting. Ah, how did I miss those? Alright, I got some. Man, I was right to want to get a ton of no's. Ugh. This was pretty much a no. Well, not necessarily a no sweep. He did hit 5. 5, maybe 6. But yeah, dude. Oh, I gotta get more no's. Yeah, we lost on ice. First with the ice cream mention. But then thankfully he said ice at the end. But we basically broke even. Because I have some bonds that'll pay out off. Well, yeah, I do. So I'll make... Yeah, we made $20, I guess. So, $20, we'll take it. Yeah, I gotta learn Mamdani more. I mean, these things can be so short. Wow. I also gotta be ready to click when he just like ends it abruptly. There was so much available to click, even for like a few seconds. What's up next? Let's see. UN Security Council? Yeah, I survived. I made $20. I mean, I didn't have any big positions before. But I currently don't have any good data on Mamdani speeches, so I need to work on that. So it looks like the rest of today is mostly announcer mentions. Tomorrow he'll speak again with the governor. Yeah, it seems like he's speaking every day, so I really need to start investing in understanding Mamdani. I gotta figure out Mamdani, man. I basically broke even, Jack. I made like $20. With Zyra, yeah, we were vibing. It's all about the vibes. Yeah, I know Mamdani's very soft. That's what I'm saying. There's like this small time period where like he's very soft. Whoever was first to figure out the whole home thing made a killing because that was priced at like 50. As soon as you figured out that this was about him moving into the new mansion, like home should have been 90. Do I really want to watch the UN Security Council? Oh God. All right. Let's see.
Tell a different story.
How do you people sit through this
The
for
rest of the world
hours?
wants peace in Ukraine. The peace in line with the UN Charter. We welcome the
Dude,
significant
ice
progress
cream
which has been
killed
made.
me, Loxy. I had no ice. But thankfully he
Together
still
with
said
our
ice
international
agent
partners,
at the end.
The UK will continue to work hard towards that goal.
You guys ready for another wildcard game tonight, man?
Russia's
I'm so
attacks are
pumped.
clearly intended to erode the morale of the Ukrainian people.
Yeah, ice cream was brutal, but thank God
With
it's
their resilience
they said
and
it
determination
ice agent
over the
later.
past
Otherwise
4
I would
years,
have crashed out.
energy services are already being restored. Damaged homes.
Biden mentions would have been a farm with ice, yes.
Ukraine will survive this latest attack. As it survived, so
Yeah, I mean, dude, these frequent Mamdani mentions, along with Trump mentions, like, are just gonna be so amazing. I need to like lock in on them.
we will continue to ensure
Like I said, I still don't know Mamdani very well at all.
to defend itself. And we will increase pressure on Russia to de-escalate and engage.
I don't know if I can sit through this UN Security Council thing, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
For the sake
What
of
markets am I looking at for the game tonight?
and the integrity of the UN Charter.
Mostly just gonna look at the game live. I only trade live. I don't actually like pick teams.
Secure and independent country.
The U.S. guy still hasn't spoken yet.
United Kingdom.
No, I agree, Loxy. Like they're super soft.
Thank you, President, and a special thank you to our 2 briefers today, and also a special welcome to Ukraine at this meeting. Just days ago, U.S. diplomats met with EU and Ukrainian counterparts to advance negotiations toward a lasting
Is liberals do not say names a lot. Honestly, it's kind of the same with Trump. It's the whole thing with like Maduro for Trump.
now than at any point since the
Yeah, that makes sense. But like, Trump would hate saying Maduro. I don't even think it's a liberal thing. Trump would so frequently just say him or he. So Trump does kind of the same thing, I would say.
to the border with Poland and NATO.
Yeah, knows it definitely is no biased.
Dangerous and inexplicable escalation of this war, even as the United States is urgently working with Kyiv, other partners, and Moscow.
So she is the actual U.S. rep.
Through a negotiated settlement. At a moment of tremendous potential, due only to President Trump's unparalleled commitment to peace around the world, both sides should be seeking ways to de-escalate. Yet Russia's action risks.
Didn't she already say Russia?
The war. From the start, President Trump has decried the carnage of this conflict.
Russia still isn't bonded.
We have to continue to deplore the staggering number of casualties, service members and civilians, men, women, and children.
Is just no one live trading this?
Russia's continuing and intensifying attacks on Ukraine's energy facilities and other civilian infrastructure. These attacks make a mockery of the cause of peace, a cause of paramount importance to the world and to President Trump.
She did say. Oh, she said Russia. I thought she said Russia. Are you sure, Bitbop?
Vote in favor of Security Council resolution.
I think she said Russia.
Nearly 1 year ago, that resolution called for a swift end to the conflict and lasting peace. It would be nice if Russia matched their words with deeds. In the spirit of that resolution, Russia, Ukraine, and Europe must pursue peace seriously and bring this nightmare to an end. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the United States for the statement. I give the floor to the representative of
Is
the
that-
Democratic Republic of Congo.
How much are they all gonna say?
Excellencies,
Like,
distinguished
is it
council
over?
members.
Do I ever plan to courtside speeches rallies? No. It's like,
For the very first time in its national
oh wow, so people are bonding this like it's completely over. I guess I should have.
At At the outset,
slam some of these no's.
heartfelt congratulations to the
I just don't know how
representatives
this
here,
UN Council goes, so I wasn't confident.
which is presiding over the Security Council in the month of January. My country would also like to congratulate Bahrain,
Well,
Colombia,
seems like she's
Latvia,
done already.
and
But no, I don't plan to. I mean, it's like, how much can you really click? I don't know. And I don't think it's necessarily good for mentions overall if people are doing that. But, like, you can get so much more size pre-market. There's just no need to. I don't know how she said nuclear. Maybe striking nuclear facilities is what she said. Surprisingly, like, all this stuff, like, isn't even bonded. I feel like people are confused at, like, what counts. Yeah, Mamdani Trump tomorrow. Wait, they're not meeting tomorrow, right? Or are you just saying 2 back-to-back things, right? Because the Mamdani Trump meeting a few months ago was, like, legendary. That was, like, one of my favorite mentions of all time. Two back-to-back? Okay, sick. How do you already know Mamdani's press schedule? Where do you guys find the Mamdani press schedule? Yeah, I'm excited for Trump's speech tomorrow. Been a while since Trump has been talking. Mr. Jones in the Kalshi Discord has a connection, apparently. Interesting. I know, Loxy, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I guarantee you I could fast click this UN meeting, but I'm like, I can't sit through it. I unfortunately am not that desperate. But I mean, there's a huge edge. If someone's willing to sit through a UN thing, you can probably make at least $500. It really is Bay Area, the Kalshi Discord. And it's funny that it's really just the Mention Markets channel. Like, I still trade mentions a lot, but I mean, I talked about this. I mostly am in sports now. Like, that's where, like, most of my profit is. But I still just hang out in the mentions Discord. It's just so fun. The characters. Such a niche, like, yeah, it's such a go-to Discord. There's honestly so much edge in there too. Where is the Kalshi Discord? Here, let me send a link. One sec. Invite to server. Here. Oh yeah, you can also go to the Kalshi Ecosystem Twitter. I just never know if the people on my YouTube are also on Twitter. But yeah, you need to be in that Discord if you're trading mentions. Honestly, there's like sometimes there will be things around rules in there. Like you have to be in there. The amount of edge there in terms of just like disputes, knowing when events are happening, like. It's such a disadvantage to not be in that Discord. So. All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow. We got a lot of events tomorrow with Trump, Mamdani. It'll be a good day. Thank you all for tuning in.